54 minutes after the hour, we're back to the In Full Disclosure Show. Again, please follow us on Twitter at AllAccess660. You can also follow us personally. You can follow my partner at Rasul Sharif 660. You can follow our engineer at BreezeDBL. And you can also follow me on Twitter as well at Mo Morris 660. Partner, are you ready?
Ready to go. We got a special guest on the line today. Special guest, are you there? Are you there, special guest?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we in here. What's good?
What's going on? We got Mr. Eric Williams, former NBA player, 12-year veteran. He's the self-proclaimed Prince of Newark, New Jersey. Super filmmaker.
Oh, yeah.
Super filmmaker. What else you do?
I mean, philanthropist. I try to teach people how to, not eat to live, but eat to get energy so they can learn how to fly. So,
Yeah, what you into these days, man? What you doing post NBA career?
Yeah, man, that's what I'm doing, man. I started, a merchant services company down in Miami. I do all the credit card processing, prepaid debit cards, all that stuff. That was like my base business, but, I started expanding. Got into this farming expedition and up here in upstate New York, and I saw a lane for that for the professional athletes. A lot of us don't know where our food comes from. A lot of times I ask certain people where your food comes from. They say Walmart or the supermarket. You know what I mean?
Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? So and I'll be honest with our listeners as well. I'm gonna be honest with our listeners. While we were talking during the break, and you were like, "I sell cows," I really thought you were BSing. I had no idea you're actually in the farming business.
Oh yeah, no, that's no BS, bro.
No, I hear it now. That's what's up, man.
What it is I kind of leverage with a couple of farms up here. I got a Black Angus herd raiser, and then I got some British cows from this British guy who raised British long hair cows. So both of them are different textures, different types of meat. But the key to them particular farmers, they grass feed all the animal and livestock, all their lamb. It's everything that they growing. They live organically off the earth, not just an organic still. They actually eating the grass, and they grass fed and not GMO, genetically modified, organisms in the food, trying to feed these cows so they can plump them up, so they can have shelf life in the stores. You know what I mean? So, like I ask a lot of people, how long do you think it takes to get your chicken into the supermarket? You know what I mean? And then they say, well, they don't have no fucking idea. And then once I explain to them, like it takes about close to 30 to 40 days for the chicken to get slaughtered, and pumped, shipped into all the stores. And then you ask yourself, man, how come the chicken lasts for that long in the refrigerators in the stores without getting old or molding? Well, they pump them up with all the steroids and all that stuff so it can look good for a long time on the shelves, and that's what everybody's eating. So my fight, as far as the nonprofit, was to educate first and foremost, because me being a professional athlete, the kids will look up to me because hey, basketball, because basketball is being marketed on TV all the time. Right. But you don't hear nobody talking about where the food comes from, how it's prepared, how it gets to your stores. You know what I mean? And the amount of time and what it takes to keep it looking a certain way. Because you got to ask yourself, if the food don't look like it looks on TV, Purdue chicken, it don't look like those breasts, those white meat on the commercials, you ain't going to buy it. So you got to understand. So that's what I do, man. That's what I do after basketball. So
that's what's up. Do you did you milk a cow yet?
I saw the cows. It's like 150 cows out there, man. It's amazing. You can go out there and just pull up a chair and sit down, and all the cows will come just walk up to you, slowly but surely. Wow. Slowly but surely, they come walk up to you, all the way up to, like, you're surrounded by nothing but cows, yo. That's a whole different experience, you know what I mean? I had to be, mentored in the game. That's what I did. I went to the farmers. I got up at 6 in the morning. I got up and started feeding these motherfuckers and learning what it takes to be a farmer. And that shit is hard fucking work, man. They don't get paid nothing. You know what I mean? I'm thinking that, athletes that can come up and do this. That shit didn't work like that, man. You know what I mean?
Wow, so
you need high manure. I mean, so it's a shitty business, bro.
So Eric, this is Mo Morris. We haven't had the pleasure to meet. We really appreciate you calling into the show today. So here's the question I have for you. You are from Newark, which is considered the bricks. I think that's one of the nicknames that Newark has. How in the world did you get involved in farming? Like, what made you decide that you wanted to go out to upstate New York and start sitting out there with these cows? What did it for you?
Well, you know what? I always had like a nonprofit for inner city kids couldn't afford dental care. So that was my fight at first. And then, I was trying to take care of teeth, make sure the fluoride was in certain cities. You know what I mean? The fluoride in the water, get that shit up out of there. Although it helped the teeth, it fucks up everything else inside. You know what I mean? That fluoride is not good. So, I started with that, and then it went to, growing up in, Newark, the Nation of Islam was strong in the hood, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad came with the, how to eat to live. And my brother, my brother Basim Ali, love him to death, he kind of like introduced me to that type of reading and that type of eating. And then that's when I had the understanding. And then once I started to expand, I got older. I stopped playing basketball. I was able to concentrate on a lot of things that I really wanted to do. And, that's what that was on my mind. And all those things just started coming to me. It wasn't like I went out here and I set out for it. It just always knew in my passion I wanted to do something like this. And then once in my mind I made up, all the people came to me. And that's what happened. The people came to me. I met a lady, her name is Tessa Edith. She was in the culinary space. She bring products to the market. And she had this idea. And we formed a relationship. And through her, I was able to get in contact with the farmers and be around it. And she pretty much guided me through. And then I saw it as an opportunity for the professional athletes. And then I brought it back down to the youth, where the kids can, a professional athlete can come to a school and talk about certain things. So I'm trying to get into legislation so I can just get into the NBA, Players Association, so they can have a curriculum instead of going to school and they're talking about fit and being strong. All that stuff is exterior.
Right.
I want to get a real interior stuff that's going to keep them even stronger. You know what I mean? That's passion. That's the passion right there.
I appreciate that and I respect that 100%. So let me ask you another question. Have you been watching the NBA Finals?
Oh yeah, I've been watching that. The finals. That's when it's the game. We play all those fucking other games, and you guys watch all the other games.
Absolutely.
Hey, the show is PG. We got kids listening.
Okay, no doubt.
All right.
Now I'm gonna get real professional. Yeah, I've been watching.
Whoa.
So my partner and I, Rasul and I, have been having a discussion about the NBA Finals. One of the things we're having, things that we've been talking about is Miami is not necessarily bringing it every night. Is that something that you see? I mean, obviously you have a different perspective because you've been there and you've done it. Do you see the same things that we're seeing, that they're not playing hard every night?
It's funny you see that, but you got to understand something with Miami's team. Miami is banged up.
Right.
The thing is, people don't know what's going on behind us. I mean, Wade he on one leg, man. It's amazing what medicine is today, for him to be able to perform. And as you see, he's inconsistent because he can't take those doses every time. They just, I can't, talk too much about it, but
right. We understand.
Yeah. Well, we might get anybody in trouble around here.
Absolutely, we understand.
And you can see it in his consistency when he's feeling good. When he's feeling good, he's out there like Wade, but and other times he's kind of sluggish. So, and Chris Bosh his back is bad. You know what I mean? But they getting it out. But San Antonio is just a consistent team throughout the year.
Right.
Popovich don't wear and tear his players down. If he's been taking them out. If they wasn't winning halfway through the game, because he know at the end of the day you're gonna need those players to be in tip-top shape, not just tip-top shape as far as running up and down the court, but knick-knacks and pain. And as you see, Duncan and Ginobili not hurt, he's just playing bad, but Tony Parker hurt, but he's still able to pull through. So it's gonna be a chess match, and really the next 3 games are only gonna be won by the coaches. The coaches get all the credit the next 3 games. That's it.
Really? All right, let me ask you. First, let me ask you your prediction. Who's gonna win this series and how many games?
Oh man, it's going 7 games.
It's definitely going 7.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's gonna be one of those epic games. I think it's gonna be one of those epic series. And I got both sides of the team. I got some good relationships with. You know what I mean? I mentored LeBron his rookie year with Cleveland, so I got a good relationship with you know what I'm saying, with Bron. And I mentored Chris Bosh his second year in Toronto. Got a good relationship with Chris Bosh, but I played with the Spurs, and I know that whole organization, at the twilight of my career, and I know that organization is a first-class organization, man. I mean, Popovich is he's a man, I'm talking about, and he ain't no mean coach. I mean, he might got that persona, to the media, but no, he's the best. He's one of the best coaches I had as far as knowing how to maintain the guys' bodies, and knowing how to manage the whole, not just the games, but the whole season. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Rest at times and know how to place guys, know how to insert the young guys in the mid-season to go ahead and get them a lot of playing time. So you got to understand, his system is systematically good. That's why he wins most of the time. So, I got a little bit of both on them. I'm just really sitting back and want to watch the game, but I think Tim Duncan got some ego on top of him after what's going on with him off the court. So, and if you look at him, he got to get that next contract. So I think he's trying to go ahead and win this thing. I think Tim Duncan going to win it because he got a lot of stuff off the court that he got
Absolutely.
a little bit more fire than the rest of us. You know what I mean?
Right. Real quick, 3 best coaches you played for.
I mean, I played for 17, and I probably played for about 13 coaches, if you understand what I mean, because certain coaches just get fired. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. All right. I know you. I see you talk highly about Pop, so I'm sure he's one of them. How about the other 2?
Oh, well, Jim O'Brien is my number 1.
Oh, wow. Okay.
From the Celtics.
Yeah, from the Celtics. Yeah, Jim O'Brien is my number 1 for the simple fact that he was really just my coach even when I was on the Celtics. Like Rick Pitino it was 2 teams. That was 2 Celtic teams. It was the Rick Pitino Kentucky Wildcat team that he started, and it was Jim O'Brien, which was the practice team, right? That used to go against that Kentucky team in practice and just kick their ass all the time. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Wow.
When Rick Pitino, he stepped down, he quit on us. Jim O'Brien stepped in, and the only thing he did was inserted 2 players, which was myself and Tony Batiste on the defense.
Right.
And in that same year, we almost made the playoffs, and of course, the next 3 years we did. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that was it. But Rick Pitino had his guys, and Jim O'Brien had his guys. So Jim O'Brien was my guy because he told you exactly what it was. So every day I knew coming into work, I knew what I had to do. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Not just sitting on the bench, not knowing if you're gonna get in the game and all that. Even though I was ready, I'm from Brick City. I'm always ready. It's not a problem.
All right, last question for you. So this is a plug for you too, and I promise you I will watch this tomorrow.
The Caribbean Heights.
Yes, please tell me about this movie and your boy Mr. Ruffin.
Well, Ernest Ruffin.
Wow, you gave the whole government.
Wow, shout out Mr.
I gotta
Ruffin.
give it to him because now he's in the spotlight. He in the movie more than me. So, I mean, Ernest was my mentor growing up in the city. He was the only guy came around the projects, Hayes Home Projects, with a suit on.
Right.
You know what I mean? He was selling computers back then when, we were trying to figure out, how to play checkers and shit, So it was, with him, he always was there to give me that mentorship to keep my head going forward. He was cousins of my best friend, you know what I'm saying? Mad Dog. So
he's definitely a good dude.
He's a very good dude.
Give us a little give us a little bit about the movie and where everybody can download it.
You can go to the CaribbeanHeights.com and you can download it from my site, it was a good movie. It was a subliminal message in it all, 4 women by 4 businessmen for $20 million. So, them guys had me on basketball wise, trying to bash me. So
yeah, we saw you there.
And I go a subliminal message back at y'all. You feel what I mean? So
I gotta ask
that's
you.
it, man. We took the momentum. We was really just playing around just to create a scene on the show. Because they needed me on the show. I had to create that scene. As you see it, now you go back and that was us creating a scene for them so they can have something to do. And a reason for them to get me on the show. But at the same time, we got a lot of momentum. And everybody thought we was BSing. And and bam, here it is. You know what I mean? So that's what that is, man. And we look to do more and more and keep the momentum going. That's it.
That's what's up, man. I definitely appreciate the call in, man.
Absolutely.
Please let us call you back in the future, and I'm actually gonna call you later on today so we could talk some other
that's
business.
not a problem. You know, some big bro Rasul right there. You ain't got to worry about it. You know?
My man, I appreciate it.
Absolutely. We need you to come up here too. Again, I would love to meet you. Definitely come up to the studio one Sunday, man. And when you got some time and you in town, definitely come up.
Oh yeah, you know, I checked it out. Y'all recorded. Yeah, definitely. I come up through there. That's not a problem.
Come be a co-host, but we can't be cursing.
Absolutely.
You know, the thing is, see, I'm doing something with Fox Radio now that's really going to allow me to do the way I want to do it.
All right. Well, maybe you have us on that. Then we can get down like that if it need be.
Problem, bro. Believe that.
All right, man. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for calling in.
All right. Peace out.
All right.
Thanks.
Coming up next, we'll recap that thing, and we'll go into NFL news. We'll be back in 3 minutes.